Sure is coming down hard out here. I hope Mercy doesn't slip or anything, especially with how drunk she is. Maybe I should head inside just to make sure she doesn't hurt herself. Just a cozy house. If I didn't know better, I'd think I was back in the real world. Everything seems normal in here, except for that smell. This is... liquor? It looks like whiskey. One of the 2 bottles is empty. There's only 1 glass. She definitely didn't have enough time to chug all of this and then hop under the shower before I came in. She must have drank all of this in the real world. And this must be how she remembers this room. The amount missing from these bottles would more than account for Mercy's drunkenness, as long as she drank it all herself all at once and fell into a coma sometime shortly after. Wait, okay. Hold on. I'm thinking about something. I'm thinking about a thing. Okay. We're thinking whiskey. This looks like whiskey? So, typical whiskeys, we're thinking... that could range in any sort of alcohol content. That could range very much so. From, like, between 20 to 50 alcohol content. However, we also have to think body survival instinct. Wait. I have a very dark theory. I have an insanely dark theory. Here's the thing. We're all on the same page that she probably 99% sure she was poisoned by someone. She was poisoned by someone. That's why her blood alcohol content is to the point where she should be dead. At the same time, do you think that she actually did drink? To the point of comatose? In an attempt of suicide? A very dark theory, I understand this, but... if someone is in grief that deep enough... what if the 2 situations are not entangled, but both are situationally true? She was in a crash that killed her son, and because of the grief, she attempted to drink herself to death. Mind you, she wasn't injured when we found her. She was perfectly fine. So, there were no injuries of the account. You would throw it up before you drank that much? Depends. It depends. Because... and this is a very dark thought. This is an insanely dark passage. I do not expect anyone to go on such dark passages, except my fucked up mind. Unless she truly wanted to drink herself to death. In essence, if you think about the human body, yeah, it'll automatically attempt to regurgitate or vomit or expel out the poison, because alcohol is essentially poison at its bare bone. At the same time, anyone desperate enough who has the means to do so. My theory is that she was still poisoned. I still have the theory that she's poisoned. It could have been funneled down if you get it past the... you know, yeah, if you were unconscious. 2 glasses leads me to think that she doesn't live alone. Potentially? We could have a marital situation. Yeah, this could be a marital situation. Are we thinking that maybe there's a marital situation? Maybe the father wanted to kill both son and wife? And basically kind of like drugged her? That's another situation, but I think it's less likely unless we have a positive assurance that she is married. There are too many fucking, like, situations. There are too many scenarios. Like, many are dark, but, like, holy fuck. This is interesting. Okay, we're just gonna keep going, and we're gonna just add things on to the piles of evidence that we'll think. We'll add on to the piles of evidence. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. The judge said that the crime scene is a car crash. Did she drink all of this and then try to drive? Why would she do that? And this glass is full. Why would she pour herself a full glass of whiskey and not drink it? Did something suddenly happen? Wait, yeah. The glass is full. That means she didn't drink it. If it's full to the extent of not having been drunk, then it's just sitting there. Huh. Okay, we gotta move on. There's a lot of missing pieces to this puzzle already. But if I can figure this all out, I can save both our lives. Was that the shower? I'd better get out of here before she comes out in a towel. This isn't good. Between the booze left behind and the breathalyzer, it's all pointing towards Mercy driving drunk and crashing. But 1.0. That's like 30 shots of hard liquor in less than an hour. Half of that could put you into a coma. What drives someone to drink that much? You'd have to be having the best night of your life. Or the worst. Or potential poison. Because the body will forcefully expel what poison would be too much. Because I don't think this was a consensual drinking. I don't think this was consensual. I don't think she's that in grief to where she would drink herself to death. I think, especially if she's really hard on herself, like she will punish herself for the most minor of infractions. I don't think she would want to kill herself as repentance for that. I think fully that she was drugged. Moving on. And the fact that Mercy is a police captain makes this all the more confusing. What kind of cop drives that drunk? With her kid in the car? Hey, wait a second. Is it even possible to drive at 1.0 BAC? No way, right? You'd fall unconscious at 0.4. This just isn't adding up. Daydreaming? Oh, hey. No, I was just thinking. Ready to go? Kind of nice, isn't it? Taking our time arriving to the crime scene for once. It's just now hitting me that we're both first responders. Maybe that's just how she knew me in the real world. In fact, if we were based out of the same city, we've almost definitely ran into each other before. Are we leaving today? Right, sorry. To the crash scene. Hopefully we'll be able to find something that'll turn this case around. Alright, well, we're here. I think. Alright. Still feeling sick? I'm a little car sick, that's all. Why is the car spinning? Just wait here. I'll check out the crime scene alone, okay? Fine. But I'm backing you up at this trouble. Stay safe. Okay, so... Okay, don't go that way. Or go that way. God damn it. It's like, alright. Walking. Walking. Oh, Jesus. Wait a minute. Okay, hold up. Wait, hold up. Okay, hold on. Are my eyes deceiving me in terms of perspective? Is this in the middle of the street? Is this the street? This is like the street? Are we on like the pavement of the car pavements of the street? That means she swerved. So if she was driving, if this is technically America, she's driving, she swerved either from toward the left and then hit the left side of the street. You're on the street. Yeah, okay. So that means she swerved either... She went to the left side. She swerved to the left and hit the left side of the street. Or she was coming in... Well, because that's too angled of a turn. That's too angled of a turn. She wouldn't have come in from the left side. She wouldn't have been coming towards us. So there's no way she would have turned to make a proper almost 90-degree angle. So she had to have been coming in and turned to the left and smacked it, and now she's laying across the street. Yeah, okay. Alright, what do we got here? This is a breathalyzer. 1.06. She was under. So she was very much underneath the BAC. It's an ignition interlock device. It prevents drivers from starting their car if their blood alcohol content is over legal limits. The only people who have these in their car are people who've been caught driving drunk. Definitely not the kind of thing I'd want to see while trying to prove Mercy isn't a drunk driver. Looks like there's more than one recorded measurement on here. This must be a device with rolling retests. It forces you to remeasure your BAC every 10 minutes. When the car was started, her BAC was 0.06. 10 minutes later, her BAC was 0.06. 10 minutes after that was 0.06, and the next 10 minutes the car crashed. Hold on. Wait. Okay. She was under the BAC when she started driving, and it stayed that way until the car crashed, and now it's climbing? That's the issue that that's hitting me in a wall. She's 0.06 all the way until she crashes. And now, based off of her charts, it's going up. So it only started going up the minute she crashed. And this device would literally stop the car. She wouldn't be able to operate the car if it went over. So at no point did it go over or under. This is smelly. This situation smelly. It's really, really smelly. She couldn't have done this. Would not be increasing in BAC unless you were injected with little alcohol. She had to have been injected with alcohol. Yep, we were right. This was a non-consensual alcohol poisoning. This smells so fucking fishy that I think we're in the middle of the goddamn ocean. Too damn fishy. Too damn fishy. The last recorded measurement, presumably the last reading right before the crash, is 0.06. So she was under the legal limit when she crashed. By law, she was not driving drunk at the time of the last measurement, according to the device. There's no way anyone is going to believe that. The breathalyzer said Mercy BAC is 1.0 right now. And by the way she is acting, that sounds about right. They'll probably just say these measurements are faulty and throw them out unless I can find something to back them up. Okay, alrighty. What else we got here? Looks like the passenger had it worse than the driver. The passenger had it worse than the driver? How do you inject yourself with alcohol? You don't. You don't. I mean, you can, but you usually don't, because the body's like, usually when you drink alcohol, you put it through your mouth, not through a needle. Let's see. Looks like the passenger had it worse than the driver. That's an awful lot of blood on the windshield. Judging by the damage in the undeployed passenger airbag, the passenger was most likely experiencing an up and over injury from not wearing a seatbelt. Okay, so the passenger was not wearing a goddamn seat. She blew into the device, but someone else drove? But then if she was in the passenger seat, she would be dead. Legitimately dead at this point. This was an up and over injury, meaning her head smacked into the windshield. She'd be fucking like dead from just blood loss. So she had to have been driving. Methinks that, okay, she was driving, the passenger is dead, but who is the passenger? Are we assuming the passenger is the kid? You would have died if you were injected with alcohol. You would. Yes, absolutely, you could die, 100%. But you could also frame people for being drunk by injecting alcohol into them. If you inject alcohol into someone without them knowing somehow, you can pretty much bring up their BAC much quicker than you were if they were to drink normally. But do we have evidence to prove that it was the kid as the passenger? That is fair. Could be that someone else used the breathalyzer while she drove. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that they might throw away the evidence for that. That someone else could have been using the breathalyzer. She literally just warned the MC to wear a seatbelt. Yeah. More theories. We gotta get more information. More information. Judging by the... Yep. Whoever the passenger was, I doubt they survived. That is what my EMT instincts are telling me, at least. Is this what happened to Mercy's son? Then where's the body? Find anything over here? Just the license plate. Already ran it through the system. It matches the registration of Marcelina Ross. So this is Mercy's car. I think we already knew that much. If the license plate ended up all the way over there, they must have been driving pretty fast. Find anything else? Nothing but car parts. We've looking for something. Chromatose Dev, you might want to look into that. We are instead of we've, or we have been looking, or we're looking for. We're looking for something concrete that proves that she was drinking in the car, like bottles or cans, but so far nothing has turned up. Really? They can't find anything at all? That might mean that Mercy didn't drink while in the car. She would have had to have drank at home, where we found the bottles. But if she drank so much at home, how did she get this far out before crashing? Alright, I think I found everything here that I can use to prove Mercy wasn't driving drunk when she crashed. Here's the ignition interlock device. It says Mercy was within the legal limit and stable, but Mercy is far beyond that limit now. The judge will probably say that she cheated somehow, like she had her son take the test for her, or she tampered with the device. That would explain why the two BAC measurements are so wildly different. But if that's the case, and the ignition interlocking device is wrong, how did Mercy drive for half an hour without crashing after drinking all of that liquor? There were no signs of her drinking while she was in the car, so she had to have drank enough to raise her BAC to 1.0 while she was still at home, which is fucking impossible because she would have had to have been in a coma by the time she hit 0.4. But even if she chugged 30 shots and immediately got into the car, she'd still never make it 30 minutes away without crashing. In fact, based on how quickly BAC climbs and how much she drank, I'd be shocked if she wouldn't be comatose at the wheel within 10 minutes if that were true. Plus, all that's assuming that any mother would deliberately chug a whole bottle of liquor before driving their child anywhere, let alone a police captain. All signs point to the ID measurement being correct, and she did a breathalyzer test right in front of me, so I can assume it's correct too. Somehow both devices are correct. But how? How could she be dead drunk after the crash but sober 10 minutes beforehand? Wait a minute. I've got it. I know how both devices can be both telling the truth. We'd better hurry back to Mercy and present our case. Mercy is innocent after all. What a relief. I knew there was something fishy about the judge's story. There's one fatal mistake, one wrong assumption that the judge made, and I could prove it. All I have to do is make one stop before we go back to the Panopticon's court, and I can prove it. Good, it's still here. Mercy's file is the final thing I need to prove what finally really happened. It's a good thing I'm a Blackmark. Who knows what would have done without this file. Alright, no time to waste. I should speak to Mercy as soon as I'm ready to go to trial. Mercy, 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 you were poisoned! Someone poisoned you! Someone tried to poison you and kill you! But unfortunately, they only put you into a coma, but that coma is going to turn into death if we don't figure out how to flush all the alcohol out of your body! Tap, 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 tap. Okay. Leroy, is that you? Shit, do we have time to— well, it's a demo. Could we unwind? I'm pretty sure we could unwind before we go to trial, right? Right? Can we assume that? We do this before we go to trial? Let's unwind. Let's see if we can unwind. Yeah, sure. Let's hang out. I'll be out in 15 years to life. I guess we cannot hang out. Unfortunately, we cannot hang out. Okay, so we just gotta go to trial. Let's go. Alright, let's get this over with. I hope you know what you're doing, honey. I mean, Leroy. Alright, this is it. Either I convince the whole court that Mercy is innocent here, or we get trapped here forever. I can't let that happen. I've already taken my glasses off for good measure, but what I really need to do is calmly go over the facts of the case. Mercy stands accused of driving drunk and crashing, which killed her son. The judge believes that Mercy got drunk, drove her son for about 30 minutes before crashing, which killed her son and put her in a coma. The most important contrary evidence is that of the IID in her in-car breathalyzer, reported that she was legally sober for the whole duration of the drive. This evidence is supported by the fact that Mercy drove for 30 minutes without crashing, but it doesn't explain how Mercy could be so drunk now that if she was sober when she crashed. But what does explain how Mercy was sober when she crashed, but drunk now, is... Court is now in session for the trial of Leroy Sheldon and Marcelina Ross. Is the defense ready? Yes, Your Honor. Mercy, you ready? Ready. Very well. Defend your cases and yourselves. Oh, is this a fight? I thought we were legitimately like a freaking like Ace Attorney case trial. So no, like fuck, we're gonna fucking do the thing. Is anything I love for me? Hey, Chromatose! Hey, Akabaka! Alright, so. Okay. Copies the effect. Okay, so we definitely want like all of these. So. We want all of these. All of these. As many of them as freaking possible. Okay, so what we got? Let's see. Blocks against lane for medium duration. Copies the normal effect of the last card. This music is fucking bop! Alright, sorry, my bad. Let's see. Uninvert all cards in hand. I mean, okay. That's interesting. Stops the clock and enemy attacks briefly. Definitely want some of these. Probably like... Let's... Yep. Just in case. Let's go with 5 of these, just in case. Yes, definitely want some of these. Definitely want these. Okay. We're dealing with a big deck here. This is actual Ace Attorney Priest trial, right? Okay. We can't do any white right now. Deals no damage. Let's see. Copies the normal effect of the last card played. Maybe. Let's give this a try and see how that does. We're gonna hold off on Imogene. For a bit because I don't think this will be beneficial. So let us do with this. I think we'll be okay with this deck. Methinks we'll be okay with this deck. Maybe. Maybe. We're gonna try. Fuck it. Remember yourself. Alright, let's go. You. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Motherfucker. Fuck. How can she be innocent? Marceline was over the legal limit while driving, as confirmed by her current drunkenness. She wasn't drunk when she was driving. There's no way she could have been driving, standing, or even conscious at her current drunkenness. She was able to drive long enough to be given multiple BAC readings without crashing, so the IID is probably correct. Plus, we wouldn't be throwing out this evidence if it was saying she was guilty, would we? So why throw it out if when it proves she's innocent? Alright. Okay, so definitely need those. Definitely need more of these. We definitely need more of those. Alright. We only have 4 shots to do this. So, stop the clock. Okay. Add time to the clock. Maybe more of these. Okay. Alright. Let's go. Come on. What? Come on. I gotta, you know me, I always force this. You know me, I always fucking force this. Oh, fucking hell. The IID isn't telling the truth. The device is faulty. We have to assume she was driving as drunk as she is now. It would have been possible to drive in her current state. Mercy's in-car breathalyzer, the IID, said that she blew 0.06 when she started her car, 0.06 10 minutes later, and another 10 minutes after that. Her BAC was below the legal limit and not climbing. For all intents and purposes, we can assume that Mercy was legally sober enough to drive, according to the IID. Oh, fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Come on. Come on. Okay. Oh, fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Come on! I can do this! Come on! Fuck! There's no explanation as to how it'd be possible to be driving sober at the time of the car crash and then blackout drunk now if she fell into a coma when she crashed. Mercy chugged right before she crashed. She didn't fall into a coma, she got drunk afterwards. There's no evidence that says that Mercy fell into a coma from the crash. There's also no proof that she even fell into a coma within the weeks of the crash, is there? You're fixated on the assumption that the crash is what put her into a coma because she was drunk, but all the present evidence contradicts this. In fact, thanks to Mercy's file, we know for certain that she fell into a coma from alcohol poisoning, not the car crash. I present instead that Mercy was driving legally sober, crashed and killed her son, and drank herself into a coma sometime later out of grief. And before you say this is just a theory, there's proof. I'm sure we'll find it right in the panopticon too. Because the crash didn't put her in a coma, it means that she lived to regret crashing and killing her son. Which means the Mercy that crashed the car is locked up here somewhere. All we have to do is talk to her, and it'll prove that she's innocent. Grief counseling. Right. They can say anything that'll make me okay with seeing my baby's room empty. Like I deserve to feel better anyways. First drink I've had in almost 20 years. I swore off this stuff when I became a mom. Now that I'm not anymore, what's the damage if I have one glass? I'll only drink enough to make it stop hurting for a little while. Just enough to make it stop hurting, that I might never see my baby again. Well, how about we find the Mercy who you've locked up for crashing her car? I know this is a gamble. I know it. The Panopticon is way too large for me to have tracked this Mercy down before the trial. She has to exist. If everything she regrets ends up here, the one who crashed the car has to be here. Find the Marcelina that crashed? No. That won't be necessary. And why not? Because I know there is no such Marcelina in this prison.